Hi traders, this is Taylor from thetradinganalyst.com. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to run through a bunch of charts here. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the home page of the website and you can gain instant free access to all of the member-only features, trade ideas, market education, daily watch lists, live market analysis with screen share and audio, professional, open, and honest chat room, and all of this is 100% free for 7 days. All you need to do is enter in your name and email address, and you get instant access. No payment information is required. It's a great opportunity, and I suggest that you take advantage of it. All right, so let's take a look at these charts here. Apple, we've got heavy support down here. Just below $93. I've been pointing it out. A lot of lows over here met that level, as well as we bounced from it over here and a few times over here as well, as you can see. So looking right now, we've got shorter term support at around 94. We held that today. We've got resistance from the previous two highs, as you can see. Today's high, 95.75. Yesterday's high, 95.75. And that was the low of this day over here. So this 95.75 area is a key resistance. And I'm just going to draw this line up here. It's going to be resistance right around $98 from the close of this day and the open of this day. Next, I want to cover AMGN. We've been playing this short for a while, but we're coming up to some pretty decent support here at 151. The reason we liked it short is this trend line break right here, and then we also broke this support right here, and we have a nice little downtrend line to play with as well. Next, I just want to kind of point out the support that we're coming up to, this 151. We've got the highs of about 5 candles here, a few candles here, a few candles here. So that is a key support. We should get at least a temporary bounce from around that level right there. If that breaks, we don't really have much support until about 140.50. So I suspect we'll get a short-term bounce up here, and then we'll retest this trend line, and we'll see if it breaks over it or what it does from there. But 151, that's a level that you want to be aware of for AMGN. Amazon, we came up to heavy resistance up here at about 682. And all these candles right here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles right there. And as you can see, that was where we got rejected over here. We were looking pretty bullish. So we've got support around 659.50. If that doesn't hold, we're going to come down here to about 637. If 637 doesn't hold, we're going to come down here and we're going to fill this gap at about 602. Okay? If we break over these highs, if we close over 682, we're going to get new highs on Amazon. Okay? So kind of play these levels. 682, if we can break over that, or a break below this 659 or so from the close of this gap up candle. If we close below that, then we're going to head low. Next, I want to cover BABA. And BABA, we're coming up to a pretty decent support, and we hammered today, and we're going to look for potential break over the highs of today, over this trend line, and we can retest this resistance up here at 77. and then probably coming down from there. This is pretty big resistance that we broke through. But again, right here we've got this pretty heavy volume today, well over the average of the last few weeks on this hammer. So they bought the lows here on BABA. Okay, so I'm looking for a little pop here. We should probably get it, break over those highs. We'll probably do that. Again, okay, so if the lows do not hold this, then we're going to be heading lower. Today's lows, if they do not hold, we're going to be heading lower. Next, I want to cover Twitter. Nice bounce here. If you watched the video I did yesterday on Twitter, I mentioned that a short-term bounce was likely here on Twitter, and we got a really nice bounce today. That's exactly what we got. Nice bullish engulfing candle. Actually engulfed the previous three bodies of the previous three candles, and we did so with a nice volume pop as well. So I'm going to look for a continuation on Twitter. You know, it's not going to go straight up. It could, but we've got support down here at around, and I'm just going to draw it for you guys, right around 1420, the open of this day and the low of this day, almost the low of this day. So that's going to act as support about 1420. And then, you know, of course, we've got support just below about $14 as well. Next, I want to cover McDonald's. So McDonald's, we did close above resistance here, and we did so on some nice bullish volume right here. MACD looks like it wants to cross bullish right here. The MACD is the red line, and the blue line is the signal line, and then that green line is the RSI right there. So it looks like MACD wants to cross over bullish. We're breaking out of, as you can see, the Bollinger Bands, the gray lines right here are pretty tight. So we could get a pretty decent move out of McDonald's here, and it's one of the stronger looking stocks out there. So looks good for higher. Next, I want to cover Netflix. So Netflix, we did get that bounce, like I mentioned last video. I think I did on Netflix. I can't recall, or if it was the previous one. We liked it for our short target was met down here at 88, and then we liked it for a bounce after we got this hammer. This was a confirmation of that hammer. This nice bullish candle right there. And then if you notice the volume, let me see if I can, okay, so there you go. Here's a better view of the volume. So the volume, notice how the volume the last 2 days where we've been red have gone down. So we've got decreasing volume as Netflix is heading down. Okay, so what that tells me is that the sellers are not really that strong. There's not that many people trying to get rid of shares. So I'm looking for a potential retest of these lows and then a bounce again to retest that 94.20 resistance. So definitely think that Netflix is going to retest that 94.20. Of course, if these lows are lost, that negates that theory right there. Next, I want to cover Palo Alto Networks, and we're coming up to a pretty big support right around 139, 138. There's pretty big support right here. We should get at least a temporary bounce from that level on that first touch right there. So kind of like, you know, looking back over here, we had a touch here, a touch here, we got bounces, and then we got a touch here, and we got a bounce, and then it broke through. So just remember, these supports, they don't last forever, but we haven't retested it in a while. So on this first test again, it should get a bounce. So what I'm talking about is maybe a day trade or 1 to 2 day trade. Okay. Could it head higher? Yeah, definitely could head higher. But to me, this doesn't look like strong action. It looks like this level is going to break eventually. That's what it looks like to me. Okay. I'll keep you updated. Keep watching these videos. All right. So next one I'm going to cover is Procter & Gamble. We've got this trend line break right here. Okay, really nice trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we broke through it on this 11th candle right there, right here. And we're coming back up to retest confluence of a few different lines. So we've got this resistance up here at about 82 from the touch of these 3 candles, these 4 candles actually. The low of this candle, open of this candle, open of this candle, low of this candle, and the low of that candle right there. So about 82, and then we've got this newer downtrend line right here. Okay. And then we've got the underside of this, a retest of this broken uptrend line. Okay, so anywhere between 82 and 82.50, I think we're going to see a rejection. There's a confluence of a bunch of lines, so just be aware of that. Next, I want to cover Qualcomm. So Qualcomm, we've got a lot of support on this range, about right at 50. We're trading in a box right here. Here we are. Now, if this 50 level breaks, we're going to head straight down to 46. Okay. Short term, we may get a bounce here, but look for that break below that 50. Because once we do that, we're going straight down for $4, about a 10% move. Probably going to break eventually. So just be aware of this level right here. It's a very key level. We've got 4 candles where it's the lows. We've got 7 or 8 candles right here where it's either the low, the close, or the open. And then we've got the open of this candle, low of this candle, open of this candle, and then the high of this candle right there. All right, guys, thank you as always for stopping by. Remember, all you need to do is enter in your name and email address. No payment information is required, and you'll gain instant free access to your 7-day trial, trade ideas, daily market education, daily watch lists, live market analysis with screen share and audio, and our professional, open, honest, and friendly chat room. It's a great opportunity, and we'll see you over there.